Welcome back to the channel, Treasure Hunters. In today's video, we're diving deep into a world where ordinary-looking coins hold extraordinary value, where a small piece of metal can flip your entire future upside down and unlock wealth beyond imagination. Yes, we're talking about the 6 most valuable and ultra-rare United States coins ever discovered, the kind of coins that don't just make collectors excited, they make millionaires overnight. These legendary pieces carry mystery, power, and price tags so massive they can change a person's life in an instant. So whether you're sorting through your old piggy bank, checking your inherited collection, or just curious about coins that can turn you into a billionaire, you're in the right place. Buckle up, because the treasures we're about to reveal are not just rare, they're the stuff of numismatic legends. Let's begin the hunt. The story of the ultra-rare 1974 United States $1 coin is one that feels almost too unbelievable to be true. A piece of metal so ordinary in appearance, yet so shockingly rare that it has the power to transform someone's life overnight. This isn't your average pocket change. This is the kind of coin collectors dream about, investors fight for, and historians study with awe. When we talk about the 1974 $1 coin, we're entering a world where a single small disc of metal becomes a symbol of extreme rarity and mind-blowing value. The kind of treasure that could catapult its owner into millionaire or even billionaire territory if it is the correct variation, and in extraordinary condition. What makes the 1974 $1 coin so electrifying is the sheer mystery surrounding it. Several prototype coins were struck in 1974 as the U.S. Mint experimented with materials, particularly a rare aluminum composition meant to explore cheaper, lighter alternatives. These trial strikes, never intended for public release, vanished into obscurity until a few leaked out into private hands. In the world of numismatics, finding one of these prototype dollars is like discovering a lost relic from a hidden government vault. Because most were ordered to be returned and destroyed, surviving examples are astronomically rare, and their rarity is exactly what skyrockets their value. Collectors go absolutely wild for coins like these because they represent a once-in-a-generation opportunity. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that the government never meant for you to see, a coin surrounded by secrecy, confusion, and controversy. The 1974 experimental dollars are wrapped in that mystique. They were struck quietly, tested briefly, and then wiped from official existence. That kind of backstory alone pushes collectors' imaginations into overdrive, and when imagination meets scarcity, prices soar far beyond normal market logic. As the demand for rare U.S. coins explodes, fueled by collectors, wealthy investors, and international buyers with deep pockets, the value of a legitimate 1974 prototype dollar climbs into the stratosphere. We're talking hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars, depending on which variation surfaces and what condition it's in. Ultra-high-grade examples, those kept spotless, untouched, and preserved with almost supernatural care, are the ones that break the record books and make headlines around the world. These coins don't just sell, they ignite bidding wars. Condition is everything in numismatics, and with the 1974 $1 coin, condition can turn an already rare piece into a priceless marvel. A flawless prototype coin graded at the highest professional standards can become a financial miracle. Collectors pay life-changing amounts because they know that perfect condition on a coin that shouldn't even exist is beyond rare. It's historic. You could search your entire life and still never encounter one in true uncirculated condition. What gives these coins their unbelievable allure isn't just rarity. It's the fantasy they awaken in every person who has ever held an old coin and wondered, what if this is the one? A 1974 experimental dollar transforms that question from fantasy into possibility. It's the kind of coin that turns average people into treasure hunters. It inspires collectors to search their old piggy banks, their forgotten drawers, or dusty shoeboxes tucked away in the attic. Because if one of these coins slipped into circulation by accident, it could be lying unnoticed in someone's collection right now. This is why experts constantly warn, Do not spend old coins without checking their dates, ever. Especially not coins from the 1970s and earlier. A rare prototype dollar like the 1974 can blend in like any ordinary coin, quietly hiding its extraordinary value beneath an unassuming surface. Every time someone sorts through a pile of coins, there's that tiny spark of hope, because the next coin flipped over might just be the one worth a fortune. And the truth is, the numismatic market has never been hotter than it is today. Wealthy collectors aren't just buying coins, they're competing fiercely to own the rarest pieces, driving prices higher and higher. When a coin with a mysterious backstory surfaces, especially one the government tried to erase from history, its value multiplies overnight. One auction is all it takes for a coin like the 1974 prototype to hit the $1 million mark and ignite global attention. The rarer the coin, the louder the bidding battles. For viewers, the exciting part is this: treasure like this doesn't always come from museums or auctions. Sometimes it comes from you, your collection, your grandfather's old coin jar, your family heirlooms. That's what makes this so thrilling. The idea that unimaginable wealth could be hiding in the most unexpected places keeps collectors searching relentlessly. These coins are not just currency, they're golden tickets to life-changing fortune. So if you have any old coins lying around, especially silver dollar-sized pieces, older Eisenhower dollars, or anything from the early 1970s, this is the moment to take a closer look. Because one rare 1974 dollar coin, in the right variation and the right condition, is not just a collectible. It's a life-altering treasure, a whisper from history, a secret worth millions that could rewrite your entire future in a single heartbeat. Don't underestimate what could be hiding in your collection, because your next coin discovery might just turn you into the next up to in. The world of rare coins is full of surprises, mysteries, and life-changing discoveries, and among them stands one legendary piece that collectors whisper about with fascination: the ultra-rare 1776 1976 bicentennial Eisenhower dollar. This isn't just another old coin lying in a drawer. It's a symbol of America's 200-year milestone and a treasure that could transform your financial destiny overnight. Many people have no idea that this historic coin, struck during one of the most celebrated periods in U.S. history, has versions so rare that their value skyrockets into the millions. Its story, its scarcity, and its unmatched appeal to collectors make it a coin that every person should check for before they unknowingly spend a fortune. The 1776 1976 bicentennial dollar was minted to honor the United States' 200th anniversary, but hidden among the millions of standard coins are ultra-rare varieties, errors, and high-grade strikes that have risen to legendary status. These special coins aren't easy to spot. They blend in with everyday dollars, waiting to be discovered by someone lucky enough to recognize their true worth. That's why so many numismatists call it the sleeper fortune coin, because a single discovery can change an ordinary day into the moment your entire life transforms. That's the magic of coin collecting. One piece of metal can rewrite your destiny. For many collectors, the 1976 dollar holds a special place because of its unique dual-date design, something found only in the bicentennial series. These dates, 1776 and 1976, sit proudly on the coin, creating a timeless connection between America's birth and its modern era. But what truly sets this coin apart are the ultra-rare varieties that were never meant to be circulated. These include coins struck in silver, coins hit with special dyes, and error coins minted under extraordinary conditions. When one of these rare pieces appears at an auction, the entire numismatic world stops and watches. Some examples of the 1976 bicentennial dollar in pristine, museum-quality condition have shattered expectations, with values soaring into jaw-dropping figures. Collectors aren't just buying metal, they're buying a piece of American history frozen in time, a relic that represents everything from independence to craftsmanship to national pride. When a coin combines that level of meaning with extreme rarity, its value becomes almost limitless. That's how rare coins go from pocket change to multi-million-dollar treasures in the blink of an eye. But what makes this coin truly electrifying is that it still circulates among the public. That means the next million-dollar coin might be sitting in someone's piggy bank, tucked in a forgotten drawer, or mixed into a handful of pocket change. Countless collectors have found rare coins exactly this way, completely by accident. That's why you should never dismiss an old coin without taking a closer look. The treasure of a lifetime could already be in your hands, just waiting to be recognized for its unbelievable worth. The silver versions of the bicentennial dollar are especially coveted because they were produced in much smaller numbers. And when you combine silver composition, high-grade preservation, and a Denver Mint error or rare strike, you get a coin so valuable that collectors are willing to spend astronomical amounts to secure it. These coins don't just appreciate, they explode in value. Some have become the crown jewels of private collections and national museums, proving that the 1976 dollar is no ordinary commemorative piece. Imagine being the person who discovers one of these ultra-rare coins in near-perfect condition, coins that survived decades without scratches, without circulation, without losing their brilliance. Those untouched examples are the true million-dollar giants of the coin world. They represent the highest level of preservation, craftsmanship, and rarity, making them worth far more than their weight in silver. These pieces command record-breaking prices because they simply shouldn't exist in such perfect condition, and yet a lucky few still do. Collectors often describe the feeling of holding one of these coins as electrifying. It's the realization that history is in your hands, that you've touched something that carries the story of an entire nation. And for investors, this coin is a powerhouse, a rare asset that continues to rise in value year after year. Rare coins have always been one of the most stable and high-return collectibles in the world, and the 1976 ultra-rare varieties stand at the very top of that list. They're not just memorabilia, they're wealth in solid form. That's why experts and collectors constantly urge people to search through old jars, forgotten drawers, inherited collections, and even spare change. The fortune-changing coin you've been dreaming of might be sitting under your roof right now. If you find a pristine 1776 1976 bicentennial dollar with the right characteristics, especially a rare strike or mint error, you're not just holding a collectible, you're holding a ticket to unimaginable wealth. It's not just metal, it's opportunity. So if you've ever wondered how ordinary people suddenly become owners of million-dollar treasures, this is your wake-up call. Rare coins hide in plain sight, and this iconic bicentennial dollar is one of the most thrilling examples. Stick around, because in this video we're diving deep into the most valuable and expensive United States coins ever discovered. And who knows, by the end of this video, you might realize that your next life-changing fortune is already in your collection, waiting for you to uncover its true worth. Next up the world of rare American coins is filled with mystery, excitement, and the possibility of life-changing discoveries. And few stories capture this thrill better than the legend of the ultra-rare 1977 $1 coins. At first glance, these coins look like ordinary pieces of metal, something you might overlook in an old drawer or accidentally spend without a second thought. But behind their ordinary appearance lies a shocking truth. Certain rare varieties from this year have become numismatic treasures. Their value has skyrocketed to levels that most people would never imagine, turning a simple dollar coin into a symbol of unbelievable wealth. Collectors around the world constantly hunt for these hidden gems, knowing that the right discovery could transform their financial destiny overnight. The year 1977 may not sound like a groundbreaking year in American coinage, but the reality is far more intriguing. During this period, the United States Mint produced millions of Eisenhower dollars, yet a tiny number of ultra-rare errors slipped into circulation. These minting mistakes, often unnoticed by the naked eye, are what give these coins their extraordinary value in today's market. While regular 1977 Eisenhower dollars circulate for face value, the rare varieties can fetch astonishing prices, soaring into 5, 6, or even 7 figures depending on their condition and rarity. This sharp contrast is exactly why collectors and treasure hunters stay alert. The treasure is hidden in plain sight. What makes these coins so captivating is not just their age or condition, but the incredible combination of rarity and demand that surrounds them. In the world of numismatics, rarity is everything. When a coin exists in extremely small numbers, especially in pristine condition, it becomes a magnet for intense bidding wars among collectors. The ultra-rare 1977 dollar coins fall into this category. These coins are so scarce that many experts believe only a handful still exist in top-grade condition, leaving open the possibility that one of them could be sitting unnoticed in someone's home, waiting to be discovered by the right pair of eyes. The excitement doesn't end with rarity alone. These coins also carry immense historical significance. The Eisenhower dollar series honors not only President Dwight D. Eisenhower, but also America's achievements in space exploration, featuring the Apollo 11 mission's iconic insignia on the reverse. This blend of presidential history and NASA triumph makes these coins deeply symbolic, elevating them beyond mere currency. When you combine historical symbolism with ultra-rare errors, the coin becomes more than an artifact. It becomes a powerful piece of American heritage worth protecting and cherishing. Collectors and investors know that the market for rare coins is fiercely competitive, with prices driven by intense demand, passionate bidding, and the thrill of owning something nearly no one else possesses. The ultra-rare 1977 dollar varieties have shown this repeatedly, breaking price records and attracting buyers with deep pockets. The coin's high value is not just based on hype. Professional grading services confirm their rarity and certify their condition, giving these pieces undeniable credibility. When a certified rare 1977 dollar hits the market, collectors don't hesitate. They act fast, bidding aggressively, knowing opportunities like this appear once in a lifetime. What makes these coins even more fascinating is how they tend to appear in the most unexpected places. Some of the most valuable coins ever found were discovered in old piggy banks, dusty boxes in attics, inherited collections, or the bottom of forgotten storage units. That is why coin experts urge everyone to take the time to inspect their old coins carefully. You never know what treasures might be hiding where you least expect them. That one old dollar coin you're about to spend on a soda might actually be worth more than a luxury car, a new house, or even your entire yearly salary. Part of the magic of this hunt is how an ordinary person can become extraordinarily lucky. Rare coins like the ultra-valuable 1977 dollar remind us that unimaginable wealth sometimes comes from the most unassuming places. Unlike lottery tickets or speculative investments, finding a rare coin requires nothing but curiosity, awareness, and a little bit of luck. Every year, people discover coins worth tens of thousands, and in some cases, hundreds of thousands, simply because they took the time to look. And if your coin happens to be one of the extremely rare varieties from 1977, you could be holding a miniature fortune in the palm of your hand. Collectors often say that coins are history frozen in metal, and the 1977 rare dollar is a perfect example of this idea. It carries decades of American heritage, stories of the mint, stories of the people who once used it, and stories of those who seek it today. This emotional and historical connection only fuels the coin's desirability in the marketplace, adding depth to its monetary value. When a rare coin carries meaning, it becomes priceless in more ways than one. That emotional appeal, mixed with scarcity and demand, is what propels its value into the stratosphere. But what truly sets this coin apart is the element of mystery. Nobody knows exactly how many of these rare 1977 dollars survive, where they are, or who might unknowingly possess them. This uncertainty adds an adventurous element to the hunt, transforming it into a real-life treasure quest. Every collector hopes to be the one who discovers the next million-dollar coin, and the possibility that such a treasure is still out there keeps the entire numismatic community alive with excitement and anticipation. So before you spend that old dollar coin sitting in your cupboard, or before you toss that handful of change aside again, take a moment to really inspect what you have. Your humble little coin could be much more than loose change. It could be the key to unimaginable wealth, the kind of discovery that instantly changes your life. In today's video, we're uncovering the secrets, the history, and the astonishing value of these ultra-rare coins. Stick around because you might just find out that the next life-changing treasure is already in your hands. See high. Next up to in. The 1978 United States $1 coin, famously known as the final year of the Eisenhower dollar series, has become a magnet for collectors worldwide. Not just because it marks the end of an era, but because a handful of extraordinary varieties, prototype strikes, and ultra-high-grade survivors have pushed its value far beyond what most people ever expect. To the untrained eye, it may look like a regular old dollar, but to numismatists, it represents one of the final chapters of America's large-size circulating silver-colored dollar, holding within it stories, mysteries, and a few ultra-rare examples that collectors would pay astonishing amounts to secure. What makes the 1978 dollar so fascinating is the possibility, however rare, of stumbling upon coins that were never meant to reach the public. Test strikes, pattern coins made in preparation for the upcoming Susan B. Anthony dollar, and experimental planchets have all been rumored, documented, or confirmed by private collections. These are the kinds of coins that auction houses fight over and that collectors dream of discovering. While the typical 1978 Ike dollar may not stop your heart, the rarest varieties absolutely can, and they have changed the lives of collectors lucky enough to find them. The foundation of its desirability begins with its historical position. As the final Eisenhower dollar, any coin in pristine, untouched condition is already placed on a pedestal. Coins graded MS-67 or higher become instant celebrities because the massive size of the Ike dollar made it incredibly difficult for the mint to produce perfect examples. Bag marks, scratches, metal flow lines. Most 1978 dollars suffer from harsh handling. So when a nearly flawless one emerges, it becomes a shining jewel in the numismatic universe, instantly elevating its value into the thousands and sometimes tens of thousands of dollars. Even more electrifying are the documented rare error coins, misstruck pieces that escaped the mint's strict procedures and slipped into circulation. Off-center strikes, double-die obverses, wrong planchet errors, and transitional test strikes are the kinds of mistakes collectors pay astonishing premiums for. These coins can multiply in value by factors of hundreds, because they are the accidental masterpieces of the mint. Finding one in a random jar of old change is every collector's ultimate fantasy. A particularly captivating subset is the rumored 1978 transitional test strikes, believed by experts to be early experiments for the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar program. These extremely rare pieces, sometimes found struck on different alloys or slightly altered dies, represent windows into the mint's secretive preparation process. While they almost never appear publicly, when they do, they cause an uproar. Collectors bid relentlessly, eager to claim a piece of mint history that was never intended for public eyes. But even without errors or mysteries, the 1978 Ike dollar in high grade stands tall as a modern rarity. Grading companies like PCGS and NGC have certified thousands, but only a tiny microscopic fraction meet the mark of exceptional perfection. Those that do are celebrated, photographed, registered in elite sets, and treated as treasures. In an age where collectors crave clean surfaces and laser-sharp details, a top-tier 1978 dollar becomes the king of any modern dollar collection. This coin has also gained a reputation for surprising new collectors who underestimate it. Many people assume that because it is relatively modern, it can't be worth much. but they are often wrong. Some of the biggest auction surprises in the Eisenhower dollar series have come from late-date coins like the 1978, where condition rarity combined with strong collector demand produced jaw-dropping realized prices. A simple pocket change discovery can evolve into a story worth retelling for a lifetime. The emotional appeal of the 1978 dollar cannot be overstated. It takes collectors back to the era of big, bold American coins, heavy in the hand, commanding in appearance, timeless in design. Each surviving piece becomes a relic of America's last circulating giant dollar, a reminder of casinos, vending machines, and a time when the U.S. Mint dared to strike something large and impressive. The coin's growing popularity has also been fueled by digital collectors, investors, and modern numismatists who chase registry-set rankings. The battle for the highest-graded 1978 dollar is fierce, with collectors pouring in resources to secure the best of the best. When a new top-pop example appears, it becomes an event, immediately attracting attention from every corner of the coin world. And ultimately, the real magic of the 1978 dollar lies in the possibility, however small, that hidden treasures still exist in drawers, old jars, forgotten piggy banks, and family collections. It may look like just another coin, but somewhere out there, a rare error, a prototype, or a superbly preserved gem may be waiting to be discovered by someone who never expected it. In the world of numismatics, it only takes one extraordinary coin to change everything, and the 1978 dollar carries exactly that kind of thrilling potential.